He wants to talk to you about the Stenbeck investigation.
What's the state attorney doing getting involved in this case? Now, Hal and Margot and everybody in this detective office is working their butts off on it, and I'm on top of it, too.
Ho, simmer down now. You might be getting some static from your opponent, Ross Sturgis. You know, a case like this could be a great campaign issue. Why don't you just check it out?
You bet I will.
Hal, did the lab reports confirm what Emily said about burning my father's love letters?
I'm leaving now, Marilyn. If you need anything, call me at the Mona Lisa.
Ready?
Do you think it's really enough to leave Shannon a note at the castle? Don't you think the both of you would feel a little bit better if you said goodbye in person?
No, I don't think so. Listen, Lila, it's been harder and harder for me to face Shannon lately, knowing that she's never going to get over her feelings for Duncan. And frankly, I don't think Shannon would want to see me again, knowing she can't tell me what it is I want to hear.
You know, this isn't really like you, Mark. To go running off without talking about your feelings. You've been very important to Shannon. I saw how she really depended on you and needed you before and after she lost the baby. I mean, I can't believe that she would want you to run off without talking about all these things.
Okay. Maybe you're right. Listen, I know Duncan left her a letter the night that he took off. She said it was a coward's way out.
Okay. Well, why don't you come down to work with me? Take another bus to Philly, and I know Shannon's going to be at the Mona Lisa. Did you know your parents were...
No, but don't let it throw you. Julie's working for you?
Oh, yes, she started tonight, and she's doing a terrific job. And it's so cute how Andy came by tonight. He wanted to check to see how she was doing. You know, I was so sorry when Andy and Leanne sort of cooled off, but now Leanne and Duke seem to be having a good time together, and Andy's got it bad for Julie. And why am I standing here talking to you? Come on. Julie, darling, would you take care of my favorite customers, please?
Julie, we had no idea you were working here.
No, we didn't. We were going to ask Andy to join us for dinner, and this all worked out just fine, didn't it?
Hi.
Hi, son. Okay.
I never thought I would say this, but I actually feel sorry for Kim.
Why?
No, what she's up against, any mother could sympathize with.
Julie.
Well, if Lucinda was no match for her, I don't know how honest Kim is going to do.
Well.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, thank you.
Oh, dear. What's happened to our Julie's self-confidence suddenly, huh? Oh, excuse me, darling. Shannon? Honey, what are you doing? I thought you were out of the castle.
I was, but Bianca told me that he'd gone.
Gone?
He left me a letter.
What? For heaven's sake, what did he say?
That he's leaving. But he's probably already gone. He thought that his being here was just confusing my feelings for Duncan.
Oh, dear. Well, Shannon, I'm really very sorry about that, but I think maybe in a way he's probably right.
Well, even if he is, Lisa, I'm sick of people making decisions for my benefit. I mean, first Duncan this morning and now Mark. I mean, where did they get off making their life decisions based on what they think is good for me? Don't they think I can take care of myself?
Well, now, of course they do, Shannon. It's just you're being a little...
Brought to you today by Tide. On some of your toughest laundry problems, if it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Well, I'm surprised to see you here.
Why? You know, I live upstairs.
When I called for a reservation, Lisa said you'd be at the castle.
Now, that was true at the time because she was
No, Lisa, it's all right. You don't have to explain. I'm the one that's surprised to see you, Duncan. I thought you were off to eliminate Lila.
I'll be leaving right after dinner.
Oh, well, yes, I guess condemned men do usually need a good meal. Don't let me keep you.
Shannon, are you all right?
Never better.
Oh, Duncan, let me show you to a table.
Shannon, I can see you're upset, honey. I think you know that Duncan is only doing this because he thinks it's best for you.
Oh, that's so damn patronizing. Why doesn't he do what is best for him? I'm sorry, Jessica. I don't mean to take it out on you. Excuse me.
Miss Griffin.
Mr. Stevens.
Hello again. It must be fate, since this is the first place we met.
Oh, more likely it's just a very popular restaurant.
Don't you believe in fate?
Only when my back is against the wall and I can't blame things on anything else. Excuse me.
I'm glad you're alone. I take it your dinner plans fell through.
Well, no, as a matter of fact, they didn't, and my dinner partner is waiting, so if you'll excuse me.
Just better watch out. That Blake Stevens is a real barracuda. He was Addie's CEO. Now he's trying to steal away 2 of her biggest accounts to Walsh.
Does Lucinda know?
I don't know, but I intend to keep a close eye on him.
So, have you heard from Lenore, the kids lately? Have you called them?
No,
Anything?
it's been kind of crazy around the office, so that whenever I get around to doing it, I know the kids are asleep.
Well, here's a toast to the success of your new line for Simply Barbara and the early demise of Barbara Ryan Originals.
Well, thank you, but I don't think we'll be putting them out of business this season.
Oh, this is the time to strike. Barbara's so preoccupied now dealing with the aftermath of her son killing his father.
Well, actually, Lucinda's very preoccupied, too, not knowing whether Stenbeck lied to her about holding Sierra or not.
Olivia, I know that you never met Sierra yet. Every time we're together, you constantly bring her up. Why is that?
Well, after all, you were married to her, and you are funding a search for her. And besides, Ellie Snyder is constantly talking about her because of her relationship with Craig.
Well, you can tell Lucinda and Ellie that I've given up on that specific search. And I'm now concentrating all my funds towards a more positive action. I'm now funding the Montagan freedom fighters, supplying them with arms for the resistance. Juanita Pereira's cousin, Carlo, is going to head the entire operation. I've committed $500,000 of my own money. And today, Duncan McKechnie pledged to match that. If Craig and Lucinda would do the same, we could free Montega, and then we would find out if Sierra is dead or alive.
I wouldn't have come here if I hadn't thought Shannon would be at the castle.
So you said 3 times. Duncan, you love Shannon very much. You just don't know what to do about it.
Well, there's not much I can do except to try and help the Montagan freedom fighters try and reverse some of the damage that Lilith and Stenbeck have done down there. Don't forget to give Tonio that check.
Oh, I won't forget to give Tonio that check. I don't know why you're trusting Tonio all of a sudden. You never trusted him before. Is he the source of this new information you have on Stenbeck's island?
Maybe you ought to go join your parents, because I'm going to get pretty busy now.
Okay. I'll come back and see you after they're gone.
Don't you have any studying to do or anything? What? Well, I mean, I just don't want to be a bad influence on you.
You wouldn't be.
Did they say anything about your earring?
Well, I caught my mom looking at it. Twist it for me, will you?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird at first, but I'm getting used to it. I like the idea of wearing something you gave me. I'll see you soon, all right?
Here he comes.
What am I going to say?
Mr. Anderson,
Nothing.
Yeah, I think I can find a pen here somewhere.
His father is going to have plenty to say.
Do you suppose he really had his ear pierced?
I doubt it's a clip-on. Come on, brighten up. He has classes all day. She's working here at night. How much time can they spend together?
The optimist.
Andy?
Hi, pal. Hi. So how was your first day at school?
It was great, actually. I'm glad I switched my major to from pre-med to fine arts.
Oh,
Makes a big difference. I kind of feel like my whole life has changed for the better this summer.
Shannon, just stop berating yourself so much. Really, it's not your fault that Mark fell in love with you.
I know, but I could have discouraged it a lot more than I did.
Mona Lisa? Yes, she is. Hold on just a moment. Excuse me. Emily, excuse me. Darling, you have a phone call. It's Paul, and you can take it right there at the bar.
Okay, excuse me.
Have Paul and Emily always been so close?
Well, they've always been close. They've had a special bond because of James Stenbeck. And lately, it seems to be even stronger since they were both there when he died.
I'm glad you were there.
Paul, honey, I thought you were coming here for dinner with your mom and Hal.
I am, but I wanted you to know the lab reports came back on the charred papers found in your sink. I've been waiting until I was alone to call you.
What did they say?
Nothing. The charred bits were too small for them to come up with anything. I thought you'd want to know right away.
Hello?
Oh, look who's here, my
Hey!
my
Grandma!
precious boy in the whole world is here. Hi.
Hi.
And his daddy and Ellie. Hi. Hi. Well, come on in.
Listen, I just picked up my mama's. I was just wondering if you might be interested in doing me a favor.
What?
Watch him for a little while Ellie and I go out to dinner, yeah.
I'd love to. Are you crazy?
Good.
Can I turn you upside down? You can stay if you want to, you know. You and Ellie.
No, really. I've got to spend some time at the
to.
Mona Lisa, and I've got a new executive there who's already probably there with Emily and Susan. So.
Hi, quiet guy. Oh, don't give my love to Susan.
I guess you've spoken to John lately.
No, I haven't. That's wrong. I'm lying to you. Actually, I had a perfunctory phone call from him, prompted by Ian Duke.
Listen, want to just take him up to the nursery?
No,
Show him the way up?
no. Let's play. I've got something to show you. Come on. I've been saving this for when you came over. These are wonderful and they... Like that? Who's that?
My mom.
Your mom. You darn tootin', that's your mom. That's your mom, and I pray every day that we're going to see her soon again. Here, have those. Okay? See, you can roll.
So, Lily, you've heard from Derek in New York? Right?
Oh, no, he should be back tomorrow.
Good.
Craig.
Yeah.
Look, can he stay overnight? I'm starving. That's all I have of Sierra.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Hey!
Get his bag.
Hooray! You're gonna stay and play with me. Okay, take those along. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna go and fight Rosa! Big, fat, gorgeous Rosa! Come on. Here we go.
Ellie, don't mind Lucinda's talk about Sierra. Really, she's just feeling the loss right now. And she's terrified that when James Stenbeck's men found out about his death, it ended any hope of Sierra ever coming back.
No, I know it. I know. And I think that Craig feels that way too, Lily, but he can't talk about it. He told me he wants to go before a probate judge, get a presumption of death certificate. He says that's going to make him legally free. I don't know.
I think he should do it. I do. I mean, it'd be hard for Lucinda to deal with, definitely, but I think Craig needs a life of his own now. And I'm glad you're going to be a part of it. Yeah.
Thank you, Lily.
I
That
am.
means a lot to me.
Oh, boy. I think I should get rid of this. I think Craig will have a fit if he sees it.
I don't know. What is it? Oh, no.
I said no to Papa. For the first time in my life. He wanted me to leave Emily when she needed me most, and I just said, no.
She's had an amazing effect on you, which would be wonderful if it weren't so dangerous. Do you really think it's a good idea to openly defy your father and go ahead with the divorce?
I don't have any choice, do I? I mean, don't you feel as trapped as I do? Don't you think we deserve a life of our own?
We may deserve it, Brock, but I'm not sure we can have it because of your position in the family.
Well, when I took that position in the family, I never thought it would mean giving up life as a human being. I won't live my life like that anymore. I'm gonna live the life I've always dreamed of.
I'm just afraid it could be too late.
I don't want to hear that. Do you want our son to live the life we do? Do you want our daughter to go through her life in an arranged marriage just to bring new blood into the family?
No.
I don't either. Which is exactly why I'm going to put this divorce into the works from Oakdale immediately. And what I need you to do, start talking about a badly needed vacation to your folks' house up in Wisconsin.
Your father controls them, too.
That's exactly why we just have to do it. Did you lock the front door?
Yes, yeah, I'm sure.
What are you doing walking into my house like that?
I'm glad to see you're still alert to some of the dangers that come with the territory. Obviously, you've become very lax about others.
You guys sure you don't want to change your mind and join us at the Mona Lisa for dinner?
No, thanks. Actually, now that I've made copies of James's journal, I really want to go over them, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Tom?
Yeah.
Why would the state's attorney be driving all the way up here?
Well, I'm sure, like Max said, it's the election year. The case is getting a lot of publicity. Bill Hastings is up for re-election, too, you know.
So they're going to make sure that we don't leave a stone unturned so their opponents can't accuse them of running a sloppy operation, which is just what we need. Right, Margot?
Yeah, all right.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye. Have a nice dinner.
Come on, guys.
So how are you still standing up?
You're holding me up. Oh, God, you feel so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel even better when we get in bed. Not that I didn't understand that you wanted to go home, but did I pick up some other kind of vibe as to why you didn't want to go to dinner with Barbara and Hal, maybe?
You sure did. Barbara read me the riot act. Accused me of not really trying hard enough to find them in Kentucky when James called Paul.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sure it comes out of her own anxiety?
I certainly hope so. Something else bothers me, though.
What's that?
Paul. I happened to overhear him on the phone with Emily. He just sounded so relieved that forensics didn't find anything in those charred bits of paper that Emily claims was James's love letters to her. I don't know why.
I don't either. I noticed Paul was a bit frightened when Mac came in with the report, though.
And very anxious to find out what it said.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am too tired right now to think clearly about anything.
Ah, good, you're still here. We have a visitor from the Capitol. Our distinguished state attorney.
Bill?
Hi, Tom.
So what brings you to Oakdale?
How about the Nightingale of Oakdale?
If that's what you want, that's
sure. I think that's the new motto for you.
Well, apparently Shannon has opted for the simple life in a rose-covered cottage with the Irish.
Oh, yeah, that's
All right, great.
Oh, gee, I better get ready for my first set. Don't you dare leave without saying goodbye.
I won't.
The Nightingale of
We're
Oakdale.
going to talk. Let's go outside so that Duncan isn't watching us, okay?
Let's go. Something nice and dry with 3 glasses, please.
Hey, bud.
Craig, it's a nice place you've got here. You're just in time to join me for a bottle of champagne. I'm about to celebrate my first day in Oakdale.
Well, that's very nice. We'll put that on the house.
No, you don't have to.
No, I insist. I'm listening to what you did.
Twist my arm. Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of thirsty. I'd go for a soda or something, I think. What?
Well, Tonio's here, huh? Out having dinner. We're all bodyguards. Where's the Montego terrorists they're after him? You know they are? It's all lies. That's why, because it was James Stenbeck that he was afraid of. But now that James Stenbeck is dead, he just figures he can come out here and have a little party. No concern about Sierra. Excuse me.
Craig, I want you to meet our new hostess, Julie Wendell. Look, you remember her from the Oakdale Yacht Club School.
So, son, about the earring.
Yeah, it was a present from Julie. I want to go make sure Craig knows that Julie's a friend of mine.
You got dessert coming, you know.
I know.
Well, all I did was mention the earring. For heaven's sakes, it was either that or bite the end of my tongue off. Besides which, not mentioning it was a bigger statement. Julie, go back to Seattle.
Looks like you're enjoying life in Oakdale, Sean. Well, that's not hard to do with 2 such lovely ladies for company. I know, not too shabby on your first day. Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Andy. One second. Listen, I know I shouldn't say anything.
Thank you.
But I care about you, and I know how angry your father is going to be when he finds out about you and Julie. Look, after everything she put Duke through, I'm really surprised
Duke's been shooting off his mouth, hasn't he?
No. I ran into your mother at the hospital. She told me.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Gibson is fully prepared to take over all my responsibilities at the castle. I also made sure that all the books are in order for you.
Then you must have known that you were going to do this when I saw you earlier.
No, not for sure, but I just wanted to lay some groundwork. It's been on my mind for a while. That way I knew I could make a fast exit if I thought it was the best thing for you.
Oh, Mark, please, don't talk about what's best for me. Listen, you loved your work at the center and the kids loved you. Doesn't that matter?
Of course it matters. But I've also come to realize that my being here has only added to your confusion about Duncan.
That's my problem. Don't make it yours.
No, Shannon, it's my problem, too. Because I fell in love with you.
Mark, I wish I could say for sure that I do love you. I always will. And that's the truth.
I believe you. But I also know that you don't feel the same way for me that you do for Duncan.
No. But I don't think that I would ever be able to be happy with him. That's the truth, too.
I think that's awfully sad.
You've done so much for me.
You've done a lot for me, too. And the most important thing was that you taught me that I could fall in love again. I'll always be grateful to you for that.
Well, I hope that's true. Because I think that you're going to make somebody an absolutely terrific husband and a wonderful father to the children I know you'll have someday.
Thanks. I gotta tell you, seeing you this last time doesn't make it any easier for me to leave. But I do think for your sake, it's the best thing for me to go.
Mark, if you leave, it has to be because it's what's best for you. That's the only reason that you should leave. And the only one that I'll accept.
No, Derek, Lily's gone out.
Not to the cottage.
No, she just went out for a walk before dark. Where are you? Are you in New York in the apartment?
No, I'll get back to her.
Now, darling, while I have you on the phone, all right? Look, what is all this rash news I hear about you wanting to take Lily away for a fresh start?
No, nothing's definite, Lucinda. I have to talk it all out with Lily first, but I might sell my business to my partner, Karen Barnes, if she can raise the money. I think Lily and I would both be very happy starting out in a place that was new to us.
I know all about your business troubles. Let me tell you something. I would do anything in my power to keep Lily here in Oakdale. I know she loves the cottage that you gave her, and you can always have a job at Walsh.
Lucinda, if you love your daughter, I advise you to stay out of this.
I love her. Just don't you make me daughterless on some whim. You know, your father's right about you. You tend to go off half-cocked.
Father is wrong about most everything. Now, just trust me. Don't interfere.
Derek? Hi, pussycat. You just missed a telephone call from your husband.
Oh.
No point. He's not at the apartment in New York. He's going to call you back. You know, he was almost rude to me when I talked to him about the wisdom of you going away. He was moody. He's strange, that guy. He was almost rude.
Whereas you would solve politeness, right?
Of course, darling. Now, what do you feel? I mean, do you feel that you need to go away for a fresh start?
I would be happy anywhere with Derek. But I have an immediate problem right now. I gotta get in touch with Trish.
Oh, well, darling, forget about it. Wait, let's run it by Derek. Let's not get in the way of one of his moods, okay?
I'm not afraid of my husband, Mother.
Okay, dear, I'm not afraid. I wonder what Brock Lombard is all about, really.
Marjorie, why don't you leave us alone?
Can I get you something to eat, Philip?
No, I lost my appetite when I saw that. You're a fool and an ingrate, Brock, and I'm not sure which is worse. I've had dozens of calls already about this.
What'd you tell him, Papa?
The truth. I'm taking control again until you come to your senses. But then, of course, it may be too late for you to ever regain the reins again.
We'll just have to see about that.
Is this woman worth it?
She is to me. I'll tell you something else. The next time you let yourself into my house with your key, you better make your presence known faster. I hate to think that some unfortunate accident may occur while I'm defending my wife and my children.
According to this, you're now defending Miss Stewart as well. And as for the children, I'm beginning to wonder if this is the proper environment for them.
Don't you even think about that.
Remember, Brock, you can't threaten anyone. You've been relieved of all your power.
Oh, before we pick up Adam, will you promise to love me when I'm as old as I feel? Will you? Promise.
I'll love you even more.
Oh, okay. God, you know what? I was so tired I forgot to ask you how things went with Bill Hastings. It's a short meeting. What did he say?
Oh, well, he said he was going to go over the original statements you got from Paul and Emily, and then he was going to go over every step of the investigation with Mac and the commissioner, and when he had, he'd get back to me.
Meaning what?
Meaning it's not over for Paul by a long shot.
I'm really proud of you for coming.
I just feel really weird. Like everybody's staring at me.
I know. I felt the same way when I came in, but it'll get better. Trust me. Oh, come on.
Listen, hon, I know you're not wild about the fact that Emily's here, but I think it's probably better if you just accepted it, okay?
I wanted that friendship over before it began, and now, thanks to James, they're thicker than ever.
What's the matter?
I think I should warn you. Guy Tonio Reyes, he's a creep. You should stay away from him.
Oh, I don't know. He's pretty polite to me. He even gave me a nice tip. Oh, your parents wanted me to remind you that you left your dessert over there.
I'd rather talk with you than eat any day.
Well, I don't want them to blame me for it.
Why, did they say something to you?
No. Actually, they were very nice. They even wished me good luck.
Good. That's great.
Oh.
I guess we've lost Andy for the night.
Honey, go ahead and eat his dessert.
No.
He's not going to come back.
Going to resist temptation.
I wish Andy would. You know, we haven't gone over to say hello to Hal and Barbara. Don't you think we should?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Kim. Yeah. I just thought you should know. I tried to say something to Andy about you.
Oh, what did you tell him?
Well, for one thing, I told him that I thought his father would be very upset. And he wanted to know how I knew. And I said that I happened to run into you at the hospital, and you happened to mention it. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind. I didn't mean...
Oh, no, it's okay. But that probably explains why he didn't come back to the table for dessert.
Just sign on the dotted fiberglass, please.
It's good to see the two of you having dinner.
Oh, he's not having dinner with me. He's having dinner with Blake Stevens.
Oh,
He's been
come on.
staring at him all night long.
Well, I don't blame him. You know, Blake is determined to take over the world.
What did I tell you?
Sounds like you.
That's what I'm worried about.
Duncan, how do you know that the funds that Tonio's collecting are going to the Montagan rebels? This could be a scam to line his own pockets.
I saw the check that he signed, and I met the man who's managing the movement for him. I'll do anything to help that country get out from under the horror that Stenbeck
So would I. I just don't want the money going to Tonio. I still think that the search for Sierra was a fraud.
Well, I wouldn't put anything past him.
If we ever get any proof, I'll kill him.
Craig, please.
I'll do it, Jessica. I'll kill
Okay,
him.
on that note, I think I'm going to go powder my nose, if you'll excuse me. Shannon, you're the only one who can talk Duncan out of going down one.
No, Jess, listen. I'm sorry, but I tried and I failed. I'm through trying to change people's minds and hearts. Everybody has to make his or her own decisions.
I suppose you're right. Darling, how did the talk go with Mark?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lila Peretti.
Thank you and welcome. I'd like to start off this evening with an old-time favorite. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay.
Goodbye, Shannon.
Always think
Are you sure?
that way.
It's the best thing for me. It has nothing whatsoever to do with you.
Thanks.
Don't try to catch this. Yeah, just the signature. I've already had the operation.
Oh, funny. May I roll this up just a tiny bit?
whoa.
Oh, my God.
I don't understand why you got a Lisa signal at the cottage and there's nobody there.
Darling, it's probably Jeff working overtime again.
No, it's not, because he called me and said he's working late at the police station.
Why do you make so much fuss about the whole thing, dear? It's probably just two people trying to reach you at the same time.
Maybe you'd like to talk about Blake Stevens trying to purloin a couple of Addie's accounts.
Oh, you rotter! You came for the strawberries and the cream. You didn't come here because of your concern for me.
Oh, that's not true. These are good, though. I want to know, though, did you know about that?
Actually, what difference does it make, Don?
It makes a lot of difference to me. If Walsh is going to do business this way, I'm just going to have to take Tony up on his offer. That's all there is to it.
I don't want to hear this. He's bluffing. He's so transparent. Tony wouldn't want a gimpy.
Oh, yeah?
He doesn't
You
want
think
somebody
so?
like this. No.
It is no bluff. He approached me in the Mona Lisa, and he told me that seems to be altruistic these days. He's raising arms and funds to start a counter-revolution with the Montagan resistance forces.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. He wanted me to pass the word along to
Yes,
you.
I am relieved that Holden's gone, but I'll be more relieved when I hear that he's happy with Angel. It was good to see him, though, because it just made my feelings for Derek more sure.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah,
I'll get
to put up another.
Yes. Yeah. It's for you, dear.
Yeah. Derek? Hi, where are you?
Hi, I can't talk long. I just wanted you to know that I'm going to be coming by Lucinda's in the morning to pick you up.
I'll meet you at the cottage.
No! Just do as I say, all right?
What's wrong?
It's about this business deal with my father. Look, I can't talk now. I'll see you in the morning. I love you.
Derek.
Lily, were you disconnected?
No. That busy signal at the cottage you were telling me about, that's bothering me. It's still busy. Maybe Derek took the phone off the hook when he went back to pack.
Mom, there's something we still have to discuss.
Oh, really? What's that?
The funeral arrangements for Dad.
Well, Once the body is released from the morgue, the state will take care of that, unless we hear otherwise from a solicitor in Scotland.
I don't want him buried by the state. He left me enough money to take care of it.
Paul, why don't we talk about this tomorrow, okay?
Better grab your dessert before the waiter clears it.
I'm hungry after I talked to Susan.
Good night. Good night.
Son, we have got to have a talk.
Fine, but not here.
No? Okay, fine. Why don't I wait up for you at home, all right?
Okay.
Good night, Julie.
Good night. Come back soon.
Oh, Kim, what do you think of? And there's the little earring. I can't make up my mind.
I made up my mind the minute I saw it.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, I'm going to have to go down to the cellar.
All right, I'll go with you.
Hi. Listen, I'd like to talk to both of you. I'd like to take some time off. I want to see Casey.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
It's just,
Any changes there?
well, I don't know. It's just he sounds so strange over the phone, and I just want to see for myself. You know, he wants to see Kate and me so badly. I think it will help.
Yeah, I think it'll help.
Come on, come meet my new executive, huh?
It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
Good night.
Miss Griffin,
Yes.
could I make an appointment to see you on some legal matters tomorrow?
Oh, of course. Why don't you give me a call in the morning?
Can't we set a time now?
Well, I don't carry my calendar with me. Better yet, call my secretary. Good night.
Shannon, I think you ought to tell Duncan that Mark has left.
No. No way.
Yes.
I'm sorry we didn't have a chance to talk much tonight, but I was busy going over things with Jessica, things she has to handle while I'm away.
Well, I've been pretty busy, too.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. For now.
Bye. Well. 2 men have walked out of my life tonight. How about that? I think it's a new record.
Hi, I saw your light was on. Think it's about time we had that talk.
I'm not so sure this is the right time, Mom.
Well, I am. Look, I know you're angry with me, so let's get it out.
Okay. I know how you feel about Susan. Why would you talk to her about Julie and me? You must have known that she would go straight to Dad with it.
What? Wait a minute. Susan promised me she wouldn't say a word to your father about it. The reason that I asked her about Julie is because she's known Julie a lot longer than I have. Longer than you, for that matter. I guess maybe I hoped she would tell me something positive.
All right, from now on, if you want any information about Julie, come to me for it. I mean, Dad better not give me any hell when he gets back either. I'm my own man, okay? I'm gonna make my own decisions about Julie and about everything else. That's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be from now on.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you'll come back and see us again real soon.
I look forward to it. I would say the atmosphere here is definitely improving.
I'll let you know about the next fashion show, Julie.
Great, thank you. Bye-bye. My life is definitely turning around, and I think I owe it all to Andy.
Well, that's the way it should be, always. Darling, would you just keep an eye on things here? I want to go upstairs and check on Shannon.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have an early morning. Oh, thank you for dinner.
Well, it's been my pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Doc.
You know, Sean, I'm going to call my grandmother and find out about that apartment that you're interested in.
Be great.
Excuse me. Emily, I want to ask you something. Have you talked to Brock since his picture came out in the paper?
No, why?
Well, I just know he doesn't like publicity and...
Ellie,
What?
did you think you have enough to worry about now that there's all this new talk about Sierra?
Hey, Emily.
Yeah?
Listen, can we have lunch tomorrow?
Paul, honey, you have school tomorrow. You can't miss any more classes now that the investigation is over.
I know, Mom. I just want to talk to Emily about the burial plans.
No, I don't agree with you, Bill, but can we talk about this in the morning when my head is a little clearer? Okay. I'll see you then.
What'd he say?
He said, considering everything, especially Paul and Emily's original statements, he thinks this is too hot to let go with just an investigation. Meaning, he wants me to take Paul in front of the grand jury and let them decide whether or not to indict him on murder, too.
Wasted trip. Nobody's here.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Ritz Crackers, regular and low salt. When you want a cracker, you want a Ritz. Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. By Kleinfeld and Son. This is Dan Regent, inviting you to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.